Well, this story kind of goes to the heart of things, where we're at with the medical situation in America here today. Just shows that they're going for the money. There was a new study came out just this month from USA Today. It was the August issue of Health Affairs. It's a journal that kind of covers these sort of general subjects. It said that a study that was done in August of 2009, but it was reported this August, okay? It showed that the uneducated and the poor get 10 times more amputations and surgeries than the educated and informed. 10 times more, not 10% more, 10 times more, okay? So if there's 100 surgeries done in the sort of blue-collar, middle-class area, in the poor and the uninformed, there's going to be 1,000. Now, why is that? Well, that's because they don't understand, and the services are free to them, and so they whatever the doctor says they do. Where somebody who's a little more educated, has a better stream of income, maybe even a better insurance thing, why wouldn't they go for it? Because they look it up in the trilogy of books. Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy, and they do their own physicals. You can do a $2,000 physical. Your doctor will charge you $2,000 for physical. He does all these test strips on your urine and your blood, and he'll do a colonoscopic exam. You can do the same physical, same $1.50 test strips he uses. That's right, the test strips he uses are, for your blood and your urine are only $1.50 each. But he charges $1,000 or so, or $2,000. And then, of course, the colonoscopic exam, you can use the occult blood test, or the FIT test. It's an acronym for fecal immunochemical test. And they tell if you have blood in your stool, and would then have to go to a high-resolution ultrasound to determine if you have colon cancer, but it gives you a screening. Okay, it's about 80% very accurate. Okay, as accurate, maybe even more accurate than a colonoscopic exam by an intoxicated doctor, right? I also wanted to get the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, because poor people are told all their diseases are genetic, and they need to read the book. Somebody needs to read the book Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission, and show how these people are really, really, really getting ripped off. Now, how big is this? Is it just a couple of thousand people? Well, let's look at it. September of 2012, the Institute of Medicine, the ethics watchdog for the medical trade, came out and said, each year in America, medical doctors in America, each year, there's a yearly figure, not a 100-year figure, a yearly figure, defraud their patients and their patients' insurance companies of $750 billion a year. That's $750 billion a year. That's right here in America alone. They do this by billing for things they didn't do, and they do things that really didn't need to be done, and they bill for it. They did it, but it really didn't need to be done. Just like most of these amputations, these poor people with diabetes, your foot's a little discolored here, we better amputate it. Oh, okay, and you're in trouble. Well, what you do is get a hold of that trilogy book, the chapter on home laboratory. Again, you can go to the pharmacy without a prescription, get all the test strips your doctors will use, get the colonoscopic exam equivalent, the occult blood test and the FIT test, and then the blood test. You don't need to get diabetes on your health record. Just check your fasting blood sugar every morning, or once a month. And if your sugar starts creeping up, you're getting towards where it might be called diabetes above 120 with fasting. What you want to do then is get on the healthy blood sugar pack, or just get on the healthy blood sugar pack and test yourself anyway. That's what I do. And that way you'll never get diabetes on your health record. You'll be able to get better jobs. Your insurance rates will be lower. And remember, type 2 diabetes is not genetically transmitted. Type 2 diabetes is, in fact, a simple mineral deficiency. We've known it for 70 years. If your doctor hasn't gotten rid of your diabetes in 2 months or less, he's ripping you off, or she's ripping you off, okay? Your doctor should be able to get rid of your type 2 diabetes within 2 months or less, sometimes 2 days, sometimes 2 weeks. Same way with dialysis. You should be able to get off of dialysis within anywhere from 30 to 60 days, okay? If you've been on dialysis longer than that, no, guess what? Somebody's ripping you off. Somebody needs to go to jail. That's one of my new DVDs out. Somebody needs to go to jail. And don't forget the trilogy books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy, and learn how to deal with over 900 different diseases using vitamins, minerals, and trace minerals, and rare earths, amino acids, fatty acids, herbs, and aromatherapy oils. That's the trilogy of books, Let's Play Doctor, Let's Play Herbal Doctor, and the Passport to Aromatherapy. Don't forget to do your own lab work. It tells you how to do it, how to read the numbers in the book Let's Play Doctor, in the chapter on home laboratories. And don't forget, if you let the doctor do everything, you're going to be one of those people who are at risk of getting 10 times more surgeries, 10 times more prescriptions than people who are more informed. It's biblical. My people are destroyed for lack of knowledge. So I urge you to do this. Get a hold of the book Epigenetics and learn what you can do. Give yourself the 90 essential nutrients so you can give your genes, your DNA and RNA, the raw materials they need to maximize your genetic potential for long life and health. I mean, how crazy is this? Yes, your genes, your DNA and RNA do not, exist in a world unto themselves. They require raw materials, just like you do. Your genes, your DNA and RNA require raw materials to attain your maximum genetic potential for longevity and health. Wow, that's exciting. Epigenetics, the death of the genetic theory of disease transmission. Well, we'll be back with more truth, justice, and the longevity way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. Okay, Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us today?
Well, this one pretty well, I think, vindicates you. Because the headline of this Fox News story is FDA's new gluten-free labeling standards kick in. And about a year ago, the FDA announced to food manufacturers that starting today, August 5th, that they will have to start labeling their products correctly as to whether they're gluten-free or not. They say that the gluten-free labels on packaged foods now have real meaning. The term gluten-free had not been regulated, and manufacturers made their own decisions about what it means. The new requirement is especially important for those with celiac disease who don't absorb nutrients well. That's something you've been talking about for a while. And the rule announced that started today is to ensure that anything labeled gluten-free contains less than 20 parts per million of gluten. Products are technically free of wheat, rye, and barley. That amount is generally recognized by the medical community to be low enough so that most people who have celiac disease won't get sick if they eat these products. Currently, wheat must be labeled on food packages, but barley and rye continue to be hidden ingredients. Celiac, of course, is abdominal pain, bloating, diarrhea, weight loss, fatigue, rashes, and other long-term medical problems. They say celiac is a diagnosed illness and that's much more severe than just a gluten sensitivity. So about 10 years ago, no one even heard of celiac disease. Well, I'd heard you talk about it before, but that's a different story. They go on to say that awareness and diagnosis have grown exponentially in recent years, and it's not entirely clear why. I say it's because of people listening to you, and some researchers say that it's been underdiagnosed up until now. Others say it's people eating more wheat products. Standard will ensure that companies can't label products gluten-free if they are cross-contaminated from other products. The rules don't apply to restaurants, but the FDA is urging them to comply. And they say gluten-free foods have become big business. Millions of people are buying foods because they say they make them feel better. According to Alice Bast, she is a spokesperson for the National Foundation for Celiac Awareness, says that gluten-free trend has been good for those diagnosed with celiac because of the increased variety of options in the grocery store. She says that the new regulations are, quote, raising awareness that there is a disease associated with the gluten-free diet. And they quote a guy, Steve Hughes. He's a CEO of a company called Boulder Brands, and they're the ones who actually own Glutino and Udi's, a couple of companies that I frequent a lot. And they go on to say that his companies, all their products are 10 parts per million of gluten, less than the new standard, but he does praise the FDA for being a stake in the ground that increases the integrity of the gluten-free market. So once again, Doc, you're way ahead of the curve.
Well, thank you, Doug, but they've still missed the boat a little bit, maybe a lot. They didn't mention oats, which is also a gluten-containing grain. It's called gliadin, but it's actually gluten, okay? And so you have to watch out for wheat, barley, rye, and oats. And, of course, you find it in dog food, cat food, bird food. Cross-contamination, of course, is very, very common. Mother-in-law's in the house. Kids eat pizza and bring it home. And so everybody in the house has got to be aware of this. And this is where the CD, serial killers, came out. It goes into all the hidden areas you're going to find gluten. And you'll add many, many healthier years to your life by getting gluten-free. There's so many people and that have a history of gluten, and they don't know it. It goes all the way back to the Egyptian papyri on medical recipes and diseases back 5,000 to 6,000 years ago, Doug. It's nothing new. It was just doctors never related it like we did in veterinary medicine. We knew in veterinary medicine because we deal with grains a lot, so we knew about this in veterinary medicine, all kinds of animals. But back a long time ago, they realized that other diseases such as eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, rosacea, asthma, constipation, diarrhea, these things are all caused by gluten intolerance. And they take a laxative, but they still had gluten intolerance. And so this is why it hasn't been diagnosed for a long time, just simply because people didn't know what it caused. Now you know the rest of the story. Thank you, Doug. We'll be back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
All right, let's head to Lakeview, Chicago. And Marshall, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Marshall, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. How are you?
Hi, is it Marshall or Marsha?
Marshall. I'm pulling a filmmaker on the line. He needs to talk to you. Can I do that?
Okay.
Hold on.
Hello. Okay, doesn't sound like that was successful.
Lost her there. Let's head on to Wichita Falls, Texas, and Elizabeth.
Elizabeth, you're on the air. Uh-oh.
All right, let's head on to Los Angeles, California, and Maggie, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Maggie, you're on the air.
Yeah. Hi,
hey, we got us one. How you doing, Maggie?
Yeah, I'm doing pretty good. I have a puzzle, and see if you can help me with it, because I've been on your products for 60 days.
Mm-hmm.
And the first 30 days, fantastic. I feel great. My second month, I actually started back weight training because I had surgery last year and have atrophied a lot. But your products make me eat less. I'm so content. I have no cravings.
Mm-hmm.
But I have gained 6 pounds in the last 4 weeks, putting on fat, and I have bloating and gas galore.
Okay, stop there.
And I've been on your.
Okay, stop there. Okay, I do need to know what you weigh now.
I went to 132.
And what did you weigh before you started the products?
126.
Okay, and how tall are you?
5'3".
5'3". Okay. Yeah, there's several reasons why people can gain weight when they start taking supplements. Number one, you're either underdosing on minerals or you're not absorbing minerals, okay? Because people will eat more and they will be able to absorb calories even though you might not be able to absorb nutrients. And so gluten intolerance is a big factor here, okay, gluten intolerance. So I have to ask you, let's see, do you have any history of rashes or eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis? Do you have any history of constipation or diarrhea?
History of constipation, but that went away when I increased my...
okay, well, hang on. We got to run one of these message moments, but I will need to know certain things when we come back, and then Shar and I will give you a program. We're back after these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go right back to California and Maggie. Okay, a quick question or two here. When you said you're on our products, what is it you're taking?
I'm taking the thyroid protocol, the digestion protocol, the cell shield, glucogel, a lot of stuff.
Okay. How much OsteoFX Plus are you taking a day?
1 ounce.
Okay. Well, I would go to 2 ounces, get you an extra bottle of the Osteo, and take 2 ounces, an ounce at breakfast, ounce at dinner, because a mineral deficiency, either because you're underdosing or you're not absorbing efficiently, can result in weight gain, because vitamins are more easily absorbed than minerals, and vitamins can actually increase your appetite, but you need more minerals, okay? And so I would go with either 1 ounce of the Osteo, or you could add 1 ounce of the cherry mints, and that will give you more trace minerals, and that will probably solve the problem. Now, Shar?
Yes.
Okay, she has kind of a little history of constipation, and I would say she's definitely got a what?
A gluten intolerance, but you know what? If she's talking about gaining weight, the way to lose weight is to get on a gluten-free diet. Believe me, you won't be as hungry, you won't be bloated, you'll feel so much better.
Yeah. Okay, well, there you go. And you're talking from experience, aren't you? How long have you been on the gluten-free diet?
Oh,
Probably
God, I don't know.
4 years.
A year, maybe? I don't know.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, I will remind you here, Maggie, you have to get a hold of that CD, Serial Killers, learn all the hidden places you have gluten. Everybody in your household must be gluten-free, including the man, the kids, the dog, the cat, the bird, the fish, mother-in-law, grandma. Everybody's got to be gluten-free. You cannot be gluten-free in your house if anybody else is eating gluten. I actually had a case just a couple of days ago where this teenage boy, Alex is his first name, 19 years old, and he was just deathly ill. I mean, he was constantly throwing up and couldn't get out of bed and this, that, and the other, and rashes. He's a mess. He'd been to 5 doctors. They couldn't tell what's wrong with him. And all I did was ask if there were pets in the house. I said, yeah, the cat. Let me see the cat food. Second ingredient in the dry cat food was wheat. We eliminated the cat food. Guess what? Goes away. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Pacific Grove, California. And Mark, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Mark, you're on the air.
Thank you very much. A couple quick questions, please, Dr. Wallach.
Yes, sir.
One, I'm 69 years old, and I weigh about 225, 5'10". I went to have a calcium score, coronary calcium score report with one of these CT scans. They said I had heavy calcium deposits in my right descending artery called the widowmaker, which some people called it that. Of 323 was the calcium score.
Mm-hmm.
And so the thing is, my doctor wants to put me on pravastatin 10 milligrams a day and take 1 baby aspirin a day. Is there any way I can get rid of the calcium or clear out the gunk that's in my arteries?
Of course. First of all, you change everything you're doing. Okay? You change everything you're doing. Get rid of all the bad stuff. No fried foods, no processed meats, no oils. Absolutely no gluten. Get rid of all the inflammatory things because it's inflammation of the arteries that's causing this. Now, Shar?
Yes?
Oh, well, we have to run away here, but hang on, Shar. You're going to be on deck as soon as we come back. We'll be back with more Truth, Justice, and the Longevity Way on Dead Doctors Don't Lie after these messages. Okay, Doug, we're going right back to California and Mark. Okay, Shar, what would you do for somebody who has obstructed arteries, coronary arteries, with calcium, scar tissue? What would you give them in addition to the, what program would you throw them on to 225 pounds?
Well, they need to be on the healthy bone and joint, healthy heart.
There you go.
Healthy heart and brain pack, and he needs to have the ultimate daily. Also, the calcium that's in his blood is basically what this parathyroid rubbed out of his bones.
Yeah, if you have a high calcium in your blood, it's absolutely due to your parathyroid is kind of overworking, pulling calcium from your bones because you have either too little calcium in your diet or you can't absorb it because you have a gluten intolerance. So, as Shar says, 225 pounds, Mark, you need to be on 2 of the Healthy Brain and Heart packs per month, a full dose of everything at breakfast and dinner. I'd also get the Ultimate Daily tablets. And because you have coronary artery disease, the calcifying type, I'd get 2 bottles of the Ultimate Daily tablets so you can take 9 a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. You weigh 225 pounds, so we've got to use a little heavier hammer. And let's see here. You got to really work on the diet. Absolutely no fried foods, no processed meats with nitrates, nitrites. It means no deli slices, sandwich meats, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, corned beef, Spam, canned meats, hot dogs. All that stuff's got to go. Those are the things that clog your arteries, not cholesterol. Cholesterol has been a victim over these years. It's really the inflammation caused by eating these inflammatory foods. Okay, second question quickly.
What about sugar?
Sugar's an inflammatory stuff. Okay?
My cholesterol is 235.
That's perfect. Cholesterol's perfect. 220 to 270 is normal. You're actually kind of in the low normal range. If your doctor wants you to get your blood cholesterol below 200, fire the doctor and walk away from him because he will kill you, give you Alzheimer's disease and diabetes. Are you on medication for cholesterol?
No, but he gave me this pravastatin he wants me to start taking.
Well, fire him. Don't take it.
Well, what should I take instead? Is there something you recommend?
You do not want to get your blood cholesterol below 220. You're perfect, 225.
Okay. Well, I'm just concerned about that calcium. I take 2,400 milligrams of calcium, magnesium citrate daily.
Well, that's an add-on to the 2 are you taking the 2 Healthy Brain and Heart packs?
No, I am not.
Well, there you go. That's why you're in trouble. Okay, you can't cherry pick stuff.
Right.
That's a problem. You're cherry picking. Okay. You need to take the whole program. As Shar said, 2 Healthy Brain and Heart packs per month. Get yourself two bottles of Ultimate Daily, so you can take 9 of those a day, 3 breakfast, lunch, and dinner. And the Ultimate Daily are designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries, and it has the ability to encourage your arteries to clean themselves up. We have people, billionaires, who don't want surgery, don't want drugs, and they do this, and they're 98% blockages, and 6 months later they're 100% open by actual angiograms. Okay. Douglas, I know we got more in the pile here. Let's go to another question.
All right, let's head to Atlanta, Georgia. And Angie, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Well, Angie, you're on the air.
Thank you, Dr. Wallach. I have been taking Effexor, which increases your serotonin, since I went through menopause and had just an extreme depression, and I want to get off of this because I've been on it 10 years. What can I do? I mean, what can I take that you have that will help me get off this?
Okay, what do you weigh?
150.
150. Okay, Shar. Here's a lady going through menopause, and all the hot flashes, night sweats, I'm assuming, plus the depression piece. So what would you do for her supplement program-wise?
I would I would get her on. Well, she probably should take 2 healthy start packs, and she needs a woman's FX for the female problems.
Okay,
and also if she's got depression, she needs a de-stress.
Absolutely, very good. De-stress, and have her take 3 of those twice a day, 2 bottles a month. Stay away from the sugar, stay away from the fried foods, processed meats and oils, stay away from gluten, all the bad stuff. And this usually turns around pretty quick. Menopausal symptoms, and once you've been on this program, say for a month, you can think about cutting your prescription by 25%, and if you go for another couple of weeks and everything's fine, cut it by another 50% and so on until it takes you maybe 2-3 months to wean off of it. If you're concerned about doing that yourself, if you have any history of wanting to inflict harm upon yourself or anybody else, let the doctor who wrote the prescription do the weaning off. Okay, Doug, do we have the opportunity for another one?
Yeah, let's stay right there in Atlanta, Georgia, and head over to Todd. Todd, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Todd, you're on the air.
Hey, Doc.
Yes, sir.
Hey, doctor. This is Todd Turner. How are you?
Okay, how can we help you?
I have the ups and downs and emotions, and I've been under a lot of stress, so I don't know what I'm lacking in my diet or what I need to supplement in my diet.
What do you weigh?
The seizures.
And I have seizures.
Well, there's a minor
I've had
detail.
those most of my life.
Okay, seizures for life. Okay, now are these?
And I take.
Wait a minute. Are these just? Whoa. Are these this kind of seizure where you just sort of, you kind of just look away for 25 seconds and you just don't know where you're at for 20, or these are grand mal seizures?
No, these are petit mal. I feel them coming on. I have to lay down for about 10 to 15 minutes at least, and then it's as if I've run a marathon.
Okay, now when did you start having these? When you were born? When you were 3 years old? When you were 10? Or what?
When I was, we realized we had them when I was 3.
Okay, well, I'm going to go ahead and take this one. What do you weigh, sir?
I weigh 190.
Okay. Any other issues I need to know about?
And that's it. Stress and the ups and downs.
No, I'm talking about diabetes, arthritis, back problems.
Oh, no, I'm very healthy.
Ringing in the ears. Okay.
No,
and no skin problems?
Nope.
Do you have any brothers and sisters?
I do. I have 2 brothers. I have 2 sisters and 4 brothers.
Okay.
One passed away.
What did they die from?
He died from alcoholism. He was in the Vietnam War.
Okay. And he died from what?
Alcohol poisoning. He drank too much.
Okay, now that's interesting. The surviving sisters and brothers, do they have anything like asthma, bronchitis, skin problems?
No, they do not.
Okay. Now, alcoholism can be related to gluten intolerance because much of the alcohol, beer, scotch, bourbon, are made out of wheat, barley, rye, and oats, which is gluten-containing alcohol. Okay? And so that's a concern here. So anything that goes on with the brain, I want you on a gluten-free diet. No wheat, barley, rye, and oats. No wheat, barley, rye, and oats. That's going to maximize your absorption of the good things and allow your body to support and promote maintenance repair as much as it can. And you weigh 190, so I'd have you take 2 of the healthy brain and heart packs per month. I would have a full dose of everything at breakfast, full dose at dinner time. I'd have you take 2 bottles a month of the de-stress capsules. I'd have you take 3 of those twice a day. That'll be 2 bottles a month. And I would also have you eat maybe 6 to 8 eggs a day, soft scrambled butter, soft poach in water, of course, soft yolks, and then soft scrambled butter, absolutely no margarine or oils. Give us a call every couple of weeks. Let us know how you're doing. We'll be back after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity, 95 Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Springdale, Arkansas. And Daniel, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
So Daniel, you're on the air.
Okay, I've got 2 of them real quick ones for you. My mom, she's 58, she's 240. She's got kidney problems she's been in the hospital with, and it was up to 12 on some kind of test, now it's down to 3.
Okay, now, wait a minute. Is she on dialysis?
Yeah, no, they did dialysis twice, but they say she don't need it.
Okay.
And they're saying that she got artery blockage down at her kidneys.
Mm-hmm, that's probably true. And so, let's see, does she have diabetes?
No, she has high blood pressure.
High blood pressure. Okay, how tall is she? Fibromyalgia?
She's 5'8".
5'8". Okay, so she's probably 60 pounds overweight, I think. Okay,
yeah.
So, Shar, what would you do for this lady? 240 pounds, 60 pounds overweight, high blood pressure, kidney failure, but not quite to the degree they're talking about dialysis on a regular basis, fibromyalgia. What would you do for this lady?
She needs 2 healthy brain and heart packs, and she needs to add the Ultimate Daily to that, too. Very important.
Okay, what would you do for the fibromyalgia?
For the fibromyalgia, she needs...
well, she already got the selenium in the healthy brain and heart packs. What would you do? What would you do for connective tissue problems?
Connective tissue.
Like cartilage, ligaments, tendons.
Oh, glucogel, of course.
Well, there you go. At 240, I'd give her 3 bottles of glucogel, so she can take 20 a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner, 5 at bedtime with a glass of water. And because of the dialysis, what would you give her? Kidney failure.
Kidney failure, that's the Ultimate Daily.
Ultimate Daily, 9 of those a day, 2 bottles a month, 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. And we don't want her to get back to the point where she needs dialysis. We want to keep moving her forward. And the better job we do on the high blood pressure, the dialysis, she's going to recover faster. Now, what would you do for the weight? She's 60 pounds overweight, Char.
Well, she can take the ASAP and lose the weight.
Absolutely. Drop her full under her tongue 30 minutes before each meal. And don't let her swallow it. She's got to let it absorb through the tissues in her mouth. A dropper full, not a drop. Okay, Doug, how much time we have here?
Got about 2 minutes.
Okay, well, let's see if we can squish in another one here.
All right. Let's head to Georgia. And Ann, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Ann, you're on the air. Hello, Ann.
Yes, Dr. Wallach.
Okay, we only have a moment here. We got to get right to it. How can we help you?
Yes, sir. I have a family member who has pulmonary hypertension, and he's an alcoholic.
What does he weigh?
He's probably, due to fluid retention, probably about 180.
Okay. All right. I'm going to go ahead and take this one because we only have a short moment of time here. 180, history of pulmonary hypertension, pulmonary fibrosis kind of stuff, alcoholism. I'd have him take 2 of the healthy brain and heart packs per month, a full dose of everything at breakfast and dinner. I'd also have him take 2 of the Ultimate Daily bottles a month. That'll be 3 times a day, 9 a day of the Ultimate Daily. That's going to get more blood flowing through those lungs and also support and promote healthy blood pressure. The alcoholism, I'd get him, if he really wants to quit, I'd get him a bottle, just a quart bottle, maybe every week or every 2 weeks of the Majestic Earth plant minerals, just the plant minerals. Every time he craves alcohol, take a ounce of the plant minerals, the Majestic Earth plant minerals. And that might happen 10 times a day for the first couple of weeks. But once he gets kind of saturated with the minerals, you're going to find that his cravings for alcohol, tobacco, even food will go way down. And this is the sort of thing that it can be resolvable if he really wants to do it, because you got to carry that bottle with him, sling it over his neck. They sell these things, for hunters and hikers, where you put the sling over your neck and it has a little net thing to put your bottle in, your drinky bottle. But instead of taking a drinky bottle, you take a quart of the Majestic Earth plant minerals. Okay, let's see here. Doug, how much time we got?
About 2 seconds.
2 seconds. Well, I'm going to take it. Don't forget my new book, everybody, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. See how you can add 25 to 50 healthy years to your life by giving your genes, your DNA and RNA, everything they need to maximize their genetic potential for health and longevity. Well, thank you so much, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug, and RJ. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.